Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nur Balqis binti Ridzuan.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Nur Husna binti Husni.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Farah Nabila binti Muhammad Noor.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Izzah binti Mohd Asri.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Syed Adzeem bin Tuanku Jamaludin. So today our group will be presenting about software piracy.
Software theft and piracy are rapidly ever-increasing problems of the present-day software industry. Nowadays, students from different levels are getting involved in software piracy, and piracy becomes a threat to all content makers. Software piracy is considered as a comprehensive problem in academics, institutions, companies, and among people. Software is envisaged as intellectual property, and unauthorized duplication of this software is a curse to software industry. Pirated software generally affects the capability of systems in organizations where it may decline to deliver the desired performance, options, and features.
Software piracy can be defined as the act of illegally using, copying, or distributing software without ownership or legal rights. The majority of software today is purchased as a single user license, meaning that only one computer may have that software installed on it at one time.
Now, we move on to the International Act, United States Copyright Infringement Law. Firstly, the Copyright Act of 1976, codified in the Title 17 of the United States Code, was the last major revision to U.S. copyright law. The United States Constitution explicitly grants Congress the power to create copyright laws under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8, commonly known as the Copyright Clause. Congress has the authority to promote the progress of science and useful arts by securing for limited times to authors and inventors the exclusive right to their respective writings and discoveries.
In Malaysia, the Copyright Amendment Act 2022 introduced amendments to the Copyright Act 1987 that aims to strengthen the provision relating to copyright. This act protected the digital environment by introducing offences involving streaming technology with the development of online content streaming and others.
Shoplifting occurs when a person purchases one version of software and installs it on multiple computers, despite the fact that the software license states that it should only be downloaded once. This is common in business or school setting and is usually done to save money. Client-server overuse occurs when an excessive number of people on a network use the same main copy of a program at the same time. This frequently occurs when businesses use a local area network and download software for all employees to use. If the license does not allow users to use it multiple times, this is considered software piracy. Hard disk loading is a type of commercial software piracy in which someone purchases a legal version of software and then copies, reproduces, or installs it on a computer hard disk. The product is then sold by the individual. This is common in PC resale shops, and buyers are not aware that the extra software they're purchasing is illegal. And software programs are illegally duplicated and sold with the appearance of authenticity. This is referred to as counterfeiting. Counterfeit software is typically sold at a lower price than legal software. And piracy, also known as internet piracy, is the sale, distribution, or acquisition of illegal software via the internet. This is typically accomplished through a peer-to-peer file sharing system, which can be found on online auction sites and blogs.
Next, we're moving on to the factors of software piracy. Software is considered to be the key point of influencing software piracy. Although software industries provide information regarding copyright or software to computer users by employing licensing agreements as a means of information during the installation process, most of the users do not even bother to read license agreements before moving to the next step in the installation period. Many people misuse software products. They install software in their computers and make a copy of it and give it to the others, and they do not even realize that what they are doing is illegal and against the copyright law. unaffordable cost of software products. Software cost is the most significant reason for higher rate of software piracy in developing nations identified in this work. Countries with low economies are likely to have higher piracy rates when software products are priced higher in comparison with the developed countries. Software products developed in economically rich countries are generally not affordable in poorer countries. The economy of any country has a strong correlation with the piracy rate. On its different social stance, it has been found that there is a strong correlation between social or cultural factors and software piracy. These factors refer to the prevailing social structure of a country and the attitudes shared by the members of that society. Lastly is weak legal enforcement. Piracy rate is mostly higher in the Asian and African countries in comparison with the countries in the North America and Western Europe. This is because computer users in North American and Western European countries are aware of copyright rules and laws. Copyright laws are strictly followed in these countries. On the other hand, Malaysia is not stricted and not providing any specific act on this matter. Not to mention, the punishment sentences is insufficient to reduce piracy actions in the country.
There are several effects of software piracy. The first effect is security risk. Pirated software can infect computers with viruses and other types of malware. Many pirated copies of Windows were infected or automatically downloaded malware where they connected to the internet. For example, if a piece of pirated software isn't infected, a lack of updates can pose a security risk. Some pirated software copies are unable to update properly, forcing users to continue using outdated version with security flaws. The second effect is productivity risk. Aside from security flaws, using outdated pirated software can lead to bugs and glitches, resulting in lost work, lost time, and frustration. To avoid detection, the hacks used to run pirated software can also interfere with software operations, such as preventing a program from accessing online features. In addition to issues with the software itself, pirated programs lack a warranty and customer support, making it more difficult to obtain assistance when problems arise. Lastly, the effects of software piracy is legal risk. Users who are caught using pirated software face severe penalties under copyright law. Besides that, copyright infringement in the United States can result in up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. The owner of the software's copyright may also sue for monetary damage, which can reach $150,000 per copy. Although the concept of software piracy may conjure up images of home computer users, piracy is common in businesses, putting entire companies at legal risk.
The prevention of software piracy is copyright, patents, and end-user agreement. This is a legal basis for every company to protect their intellectual property and electronic invention. It can help companies in protecting their software where it can illegally copy or share it with other users if they did not have license. After that is the software product case. This software product key can decrease end-user piracy since people who intended to distribute locked software can generate keys with their codes. A hardware locked software key can be used as it was the strongest type of key based on the end-user individual computer. Lastly, by having software watermarking can prevent from software piracy. This watermarking can be used as it is hidden between the software. This can prove the ownership of software when it has been extracted. This is traceable when illegal copies are made. The forensic watermarking that is used in the movie can prevent movie piracy. It can be tracked by changing certain pixel colors in a video file which is imperceptible to the human eye.
These are some of the examples on the news of software piracy.
As a conclusion, software piracy should be prevented as it is considered as cybercrime. Figuration of methods to prevent software piracy need to be identified by the cyber security team without delay as the development of technology has rapidly risen. The growth of technology has left a huge impact towards software developers since it costs a huge amount of money to develop the software. If there is no action taken towards the cybercriminals, it will harm the evolution and expansion of software company since the amount of cybercriminals that pirating the software are rising.